Hello and welcome, everyone. Brian Smith, once again bringing you another prospect profile. This time, Chance Robinson, one of my favorite players to watch this year during 7-on-7. Seen him play for Saint Thomas Aquinas. Great kid, and this guy's got a lot of speed. I'm going to show his film here in a second on the screen, but first off, 6'2", 190 pounds. His get-off speed from the snap is probably as good as it's going to get for him or any other receiver in the country. That's what really helps him separate himself. When you can do that, you can press a defensive back and get them to flip their hips and turn, and then a wide variety of other routes, comebacks, curls, over routes, anything you can imagine are going to be available. Oftentimes, St. Thomas would run him deep just to kind of get it going, and then from there, the running game and everything, again, that I just mentioned would be played off. So I'm going to share my screen. Please understand that this is still not a finished product, but the physical skills, because this is a track level player, is something that needs to be understood. He's not just a random guy that can make a play. This is a kid that can make a play in numerous different ways. And he can also do it very easily with just a shallow cross or anything like that that is basic. If you watch just how he gets off the line of scrimmage, that's probably the first thing you should know. Once he takes that hard step, it's very difficult to keep up with him because he has natural track speed. And furthermore, once he gets into the game, he doesn't let up. Just from watching him 7-on-7, it doesn't really matter the score. Chance is the kind of kid that wants to bury you. He has a killer mentality. That's not something that's taught. That is an innate thing. His dad is somebody that's helped him kind of grow into that. I've talked to Chance about that before, but it's still something you're born with. He's a very competitive kid, so he maximizes his speed first off. He's not somebody that lets it kind of slide. As he gets even better at technique, and every receiver will once they get to the collegiate level, just more reps, if nothing else. You're talking about a young man that's going to have an opportunity to run an even broader route tree. He scored on that play, but he probably could have done a better job at the release. Just little things like that. If he does get pressed, this is kind of funny. The kid presses and then can get his hands on him. That's a really bad decision. If you do that, you're not going to win many reps. On this one, the kid plays off a little bit. And look, he's in bail technique, and Robinson still has the ability to run by him. That is not normal high school football speed. So the DB pretty much did what he was supposed to and still gave up a score. Here, another kid didn't get his hands on him at the line. Fatal mistake. Touchdown, St. Thomas Aquinas. Anytime you do not disrupt the route, I don't care the receiver, you're probably in trouble if you're in press. This is a kid that's in zone. You can tell by how he's phasing, and they let him just release free, and they played it right. It's just, again, it's sheer speed. The one thing that is not discussed about many receivers is their physicality. And although on these plays it may not seem like it, a simple use of the hand to like fend off a kid is something that I noticed with Robinson on numerous plays. And then right there, that's just a great snag. That's an NFL level catch. But his physicality with the defensive back is something that needs to be utilized by more players, to be quite honest, even some college kids. He's physical with his hands when he needs to be, and he'll snag a pass like that away from his body if you don't come up and get him off his route. It's the same thing over and over again. It's pretty funny in a way because it's not difficult to know what he wants to do. Then, of course, if you have confusion in your secondary like that right there, it's all over. But the other thing with this, and please understand, I'm going to stop this here. Please understand that this is a kid that still has a long way to go, like any receiver, which also makes it exciting. Once he learns to set up his moves even better, use his hands more forcefully, and kind of create some different ideas for himself of what works with hand use and his footwork to keep DBs from guessing correctly about what he's going to do coming off the line, that's when the track speed will really make a difference. So Robinson's one of my favorite players in the class of 24. He's committed to Miami. But I don't think that anybody needs to look at it from, he's committed. We need to talk about him. He's a great player, and he's just going to get better. He's probably underranked, by some of the services. I think he's a top 100, top 150 kid at least. And when he's finished, he could be a top 50 guy. So this is a kid that has a chance to play in the NFL one day. And anybody that gets a chance to see Chance Robinson play for STA is going to have a lot of fun. Brian Smith, thank you very much. Have a great day. Make sure you hit that like, notification, and all the other little snags that come with it. Please follow me, and I'll have a lot more of these coming up. Thanks.